This town lost its railway in the 1960s, like hundreds of others across the UK. The tracks were lifted, the stations closed, and the thought of a train in Corwen was just a memory. But then something beautiful happened, because against all odds, a railway returned to Corwen. Corwen is a small market town in North Wales, in the county of Denbighshire, sitting right in the heart of the Dee Valley. And today, just over 2,000 people live here, but this place has always been more important than its size suggests. You know, I've drove through Corwen many times, never actually stopped, never actually got off the bus or set foot outside the car in Corwen. For centuries, Corwen was a stopping point, or a place travellers would pass through on their way across North Wales. And long before the railways arrived, this was a coaching town on the old London to Holyhead Road. And like many towns in this part of Wales, Corwen's economy was built on agriculture, farming, livestock and local trade. It served the surrounding countryside as a market town and later as a gateway for visitors heading into North Wales. Corwen is also closely linked with Owain Glyndwr, the last native Prince of Wales who launched a rebellion against English rule in the early 1400s. His story is still part of the town's identity today, a reminder that this place has always had a strong sense of its own history. We've got both history and something much more recent to explore here, because Corwen wasn't just served by a railway, it was actually the meeting point of two lines. The first arrived in 1864 when a line from Denbigh reached Corwen, making this the southern terminus of the Denbigh, Ruthin and Corwen Railway. But just a year later, everything changed. In 1865, a through line arrived from Ruabon, and by 1866, it had been extended further west, forming part of the route all the way to the coast at Barmouth. This wasn't some quiet rural branch line, this was a through route, connecting inland Wales and the Midlands of England to the coast. But like so many railways across Britain, it didn't last, and the line was marked for closure under the Beeching cuts, with trains due to stop in 1965. But in the end, the railway didn't even make it that far, because flooding damaged the track, and in 1964, Corwen waved off its last train. Today, you can still trace parts of the old route, subtle clues in the landscape, embankments, alignments, and the shape of a railway that once ran through the town. We do have some railway remains to show you in Corwen, I am pleased to say. And we do have the surviving station building, which is what you can see just in front there. Now that's now a showroom for Ivor Williams trailers. Bit obstructed by cars and vehicles, isn't it? Fortunately. There is a nice little plaque on the wall there. Now all to the west of that station building we can see all the related railway infrastructure, all the sidings, etc., the goods yard. And we've got this remaining old building here. Now I believe this is a goods shed. Now there is an engine shed up here which is a bit further up the road, and I can see that annotated on maps, but I can't see any annotation for this building here. So I'm just assuming it's the or one of the goods sheds. And just further west up the line here, we can see the engine shed on the map, and we can see a turntable. Quite a sizable railway set up in Corwen. Just looking at the old wall here, I just noticed as I was walking past. Is that part of all the old platform edgings? There's something, I can't quite make out what that says. There's definitely like a serrated pattern on there, isn't there? With the curved things there. It's from something. I wonder if that is railway related, reused in the old wall. Just by the station, the old station. But Corwen's railway story doesn't end there, because unlike most lost railway towns we visited, this one didn't stay disconnected. Just a few miles down the line, something remarkable had already begun. Got this old fire station, look. This is just right next to the railway line here, because we've got some remains of a bridge So that's the trackbed. That's heading back towards the station that we've just seen down there. So we're now we're east of that station. And here's the other side, look. And you'll notice, just on the top of this embankment here, look. So the bridge abutment's gone on this side of the road, but we've got the buffer there, and that's the end of the current day Llangollen and Corwen Railway. I'm going to be seeing that very, very shortly. I'm getting the train, I'm jumping on the Heritage Railway to Llangollen. I'm just heading up this way though, because we've got a little bit of trackbed I'm hoping we can walk on just up here. With Corwen being a junction, the junction, strangely enough now, I'd have thought it would be the other way around, but the junction's actually facing west, so it's actually facing back towards Bala. And the junction was pretty much where you're looking at there, looking at where the new station is today. And that was the line, that line to Ruthin. Now, Ruthin, how do you say that? Now, my Welsh correspondent, who I'll blame for this if I'm getting it wrong, he's saying it's pronounced Ruthin or Ruthin. And that's the line that's going up to there. And we can see some embankment just the other side of the field here, and that's all part of that line. In fact, look, I can see, is that a bridge abutment there? It is, isn't it? Look. So I'm going to be getting a train out of Corwen later in the direction of Llangollen. Now, I'm no stranger to this Heritage Railway, but the last time I came on this railway, it only went as far as Carrog. I've not been since they extended it to Corwen, so I'm really looking forward to having a full ride on the line. It is diesel operated service today, it is midweek. I'm secretly hoping for a diesel locomotive rather than a rail car, but whichever, I'm not too fussed, I'll be happy with both. Now here's the River Dee, look. Now that railway line I've just been telling you about, the embankment just there, look, that crossed this river just here. Just a bit too far away from here just to see properly. Now, you can get a bit excited because you can see these piers, what look like piers of an old bridge here. Can you see it just there in the middle? It's got a bit of tree growth on there these days. Now, you would be forgiven for getting a little excited thinking that those were related to the railway bridge, but they're not. It looks like that was an old footbridge that crossed the river here prior to the road bridge that we're stood on at the moment. I wonder if there's any remains of that railway bridge. That's quite a sizable span, that. It's quite a wide river to bridge this. There's surely got to be a pier or something there. There's the railway down there, look. That's quite a cut in there, so it went under the road here, but that bridge has now been infilled. So we should be on the trackbed here. Just having a little explore down here. Just while I'm killing some time, because I'm just waiting for the train. And there's a little bit of the old railway line that you can walk on. So this is it, we're on the embankment now, aren't we? Straight from that embankment, look, straight into this cutting. Not going too far, I don't think this goes very far anyway. It's always nice if there's a piece of old trackbed that you can actually walk on close to the town centre. It's always nice to have a little look, isn't it? I think that's as far as we can go, isn't it? So that's all infilled there. The railway line goes no further. Right, we'll head back to the town then and we'll move on to the next portion of the video, all about the railways coming back to Corwen. Here is the site of the modern day Corwen station then. And this is just to the east of the town. You see it there, you'll see the rail car just perched on the side of the embankment. We'll go and have a look round. A group of volunteers started to rebuild a section of the old railway at Llangollen. By 1980, trains were running again, and over the following decades, the line slowly pushed its way further up the valley, reclaiming mile after mile of the original route. Then in 2011, work began to bring the railway back to Corwen. In 2014, trains returned, reaching a temporary station just outside the town. And finally, in June 2023, Corwen once again had a permanent railway station. And obviously it's not been here very long, has it? But it's a tiny little new station, this. They've obviously gone through a lot of trouble to try and keep it in the same character. So I wanted to look up on the platform, just exactly where the junction was, and it's there, look, through that gate there. That's where that line up to everything. That's where that left. Will this be the first lost railway town that I've actually departed on via a train? I think it is, isn't it? This is just a great example, isn't it, of what heritage railways could do. If they do want to extend onto disused track beds or whatever, if they get the buy-in from the local authorities, etc., and they get the funding, this is what they can do. This railway is such a success story. Even from when I used to come as a child in the 1990s, what it was back then, I can't even remember where it went to back then. Before this station was open, before this permanent station was built, they were terminating. I think it was just here, just in front, around about where those wagons are, I do believe. Just in the distance there, just past the signal box. I wonder what the story is with the signal box. I wonder where the signal box is from. I'm guessing with how long this railway was out of use, that's not an original signal box, is it? Okay, Corwen might not be connected to the main rail network these days, but it's great to see activity on an old railway again. And we've covered sections of this line before at Bala, Dolgellau and towards Barmouth, so it's always been a line that I've felt a strong connection to. Thanks for watching, and if you've liked learning about a lost railway town, have a look at some of the other videos in this series. And I've also got some special edition Lost Railway Town mugs available, a small limited edition memento that I had made just to help support the channel. And thanks to all my channel members and channel supporters, it's really appreciated, and I hope to see you again soon in another Lost Railway Town. Ta-ra!